Namaste, Masters. I'm your meditation coach, Ayyappa Pindi. First, our thanks to Brahmacharini Pitamaha Patriji Guruji and all the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Today is the second day of Navratris. Today, let us celebrate the day of Parvati, the day of Brahmacharini. Whenever we remember about the second day, the Durga Mata sits in meditation. She sits with the closed eyes, very deep. And today is the day of blue color, that is indicating the Vishudda Chakra. Out of all the chakras, the very important transformation happens in Vishudda Chakra, because after finishing all the human experiences in the first four chakras, you need to transform to the higher states. Vishuddha means Vishesha Suddhi, means the special cleaning. Cleansing of what? Our own negativity, our own interferences that we did in our past lives and this life. We interfered the nature, we interfered the animals by eating it, killing it, selling it, cooking it. We interfered in everybody's personal life, creating hell for everybody. You should not interfere, and you should not let others to interfere. So we have accumulated, along with the experiences the soul wants, unnecessary karma we have accumulated all these years and lifetimes. So for that, meditation is the only salvation. Only with meditation you will be able to cleanse, because meditation will subside the mind. Then you will understand the reality. Your knowledge will grow. And then once it gets converted into experiences, that is when you get the true wisdom. Only with the wisdom you will be able to convert all the karma into nullification. We have to wash over all the karmas. So you did the killing, you did the eating, knowingly or unknowingly. So it is your own responsibility. It is our own responsibility to get cleansed of all our karmas. If somebody else is coming and removing our karma, you may feel a temporary relief, but the root cause is still inside us. So again it will come out. Remember, 90% of our diseases are psychosomatic. Remaining, if you have still diseases, small diseases, small karma, bigger diseases, bigger karma. First, the mind goes away into silent zone when we meditate. Later, the karma has to vanish. Only when the karma vanishes, by having more wisdom and knowledge and service, you evolve into the higher states. Until you move to the higher states, you will always take again and again rebirth for salvation and washing of karma. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Again and again and again. Births and births and births. Birth and death, birth and death. You have to continuously take until you reach a stage where you understand everything is a drama and you are not this body. There the cycle ends and you will move towards knowledge. The knowledge is available everywhere. You have to meditate 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. The more and more and more you meditate, you will understand the bliss of it. You will come out of all your diseases, all your mental problems. You don't need to go in search of any medicine or doctor outside. You have to go to an inner doctor. Everything is inside our body. When the creation is done for the body, for every problem, there is a solution inside our body. But you need to go and visit inside, not outside. It is very funny when people say they don't have time for meditation, because they go to the hospitals and wait for hours and hours and hours just before the appointment. So you have the patience to go and wait in a long queues for hours, travel for 1 or 2 hours to go to a hospital or doctor. You don't have time to meditate for yourself. That is a sorry state. Everybody has to sit and meditate every day. The solutions are inside. The real problem is the mind. You need to remove the mind and ask it to keep quiet. Use it when you want. It's not a radio like 24/7. It's running. Even in the sleep time, the dreams are coming. The mind is still active. This is how, when the age grows, the health declines. When the age grows, the balance of life is gone. And there won't be any purpose of life. We gather some neighbors, relatives, friends. We just like that every day do the same routine and die one day. And again take a rebirth. Life after life, birth after birth. So only people who reach the Vishudda Chakra, they are done with the human experiences to a certain level. And they have to now get out of this dimension, but not without paying back all the karmas. It's not so easy. You kill an animal and then you cannot get liberated or enlightened until unless all this karma gets washed. So when you have to transcend this Vishuddha, you have to meditate a lot. You need to do a lot of spiritual service. Only people who are ready for that, they will meditate. But how do we know who is ready? That's why we go and teach everyone. Whoever is in this stage, they will listen to meditation. This, fifth, sixth, seventh chakra. These three chakra people, only they meditate. The rest of the people, they just try or they just ignore. It's okay. They have to take few more lifetimes. They are like our children in the soul level. Infant souls, baby souls, young souls, matured souls, old souls, enlightened souls. There are many levels of souls, but everybody is in a different level. No need to compare. You just have to check yourself where you are and where you have to evolve to. Today, the second day of Parvati and Vishuddha Chakra day, Brahmacharini. Today we have to meditate a lot. During the cleansing, yes, obviously you will undergo a lot of pains and turmoils, but that suffering is for greater, removing all other suffering. As Seth Master said, you can do any, if you can go under any suffering, if it is going to remove all other suffering. Yes, we have to undergo all the pains and itches and whatever it is, but that is going to remove all other sufferings from your life. So it is worth to go undergo such pains. So let us not waste much of the time today. These 9 days are very auspicious. It is time for meditation. 9 nights are nights for meditation. Morning you have to perform your duties. Night we have to meditate. This is how we need to balance our lives. So let us now sit in meditation and let us cleanse our own Vishuddha chakras today. Don't need to focus on any chakra. You just meditate. The entire process will automatically happen. Kindly close your eyes. Remove the spectacle if you have one. Cross your feet. Hands, fingers clasped into each. Place it on your legs. Sit relaxed. Take a comfortable back support. Don't open your eyes. Be with your normal, natural breath. Your breath is your guru. Be with your breath. Another 41 minutes. Let's meditate. Be with your breath. Be with your natural breath. Don't open your eyes. Final 10 minutes. Be with your natural breath. Don't open your eyes. Final 5 minutes. Be with your natural breath. Kindly place your both hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Thank you very much, my dear masters and friends. Today we have completed the second day of Navratris. Tonight again, let us join for a group meditation. Don't miss it. Tomorrow morning also. If possible, try to be in the fasting so that the healing will happen so quickly and also we will gather more energies. Today, we have Mr. Dr. Lakman in our session today. Let us hear from him how his life is transformation in very short time. Namaste, Dr. Lakshmanji.
Namaskar.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, all conscious energy beings. I am Lakman, professionally. I'm a psychiatrist. Is it audible, sir?
It is audible.
So, has been practicing since 2010 at Manchiryal, Telangana state. First of all, I want to share the evolution of my spiritual voyage or my thought process. When I was around 8 to 10 years of age, while before getting into sleep at driveway, I used to observe the sky. And I had many questions related to origin and creation of moon, stars, light and day, darkness and night, universe and its expansion, and more questions like whether light originating from the darkness or vice versa. Now, how these moon and stars are suspended in this universal emptiness. I felt wondered and used to observe constantly every day the motion of the moon and clouds. And I had questions like, what is the force behind all these things? So these type of questions that I was developing. So thus, while observing the day-to-day physical and social life situations, I had been questions like why some people are rich, physically strong and well-being, handsome and beautiful, attractive, and socially valued caste and religion, whereas other people are black, short, slim, poor, ill health, ugly, and socially in lower caste and religion. Why all these variations in the community? Why everyone is not happy and wealthy? So it was very distressing to see the anarchy of the rich over the poor. Why there is no equality and respect between people in the society? Does really God exist? If God exists, why all these problems? I thought because of my family economic situations, I might have developed these questions. We used to eat only jowar roti, gadka, ambali, which are poor man's food in those days, in a mud house, because we could not find the rice. But people around my home were having rice and their house was with cement, stone and brick walls. But my house floor is with soil only, and my family size is very big. It's around 8 members. My mother studied up to my father studied up to Pedda Bala Shiksha, that means first class. But he was a good spiritual and devotional intelligent. He always had singing spiritual songs, poems, bhajan kirtans, etc. I got answers to my questions passively by listening those words. Telling stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Karma Phenomena, Karma Siddhanta, and other Puranas. So sometimes I felt that I am getting answers. He is more deep in Bhakti path and appears to be surrendered to some invisible force. He was very philosophical in all situations of life. One day, my questions were one side my questions were running about God and truth. So in that state, I become more philosophical, devote internally, but not in rituals. So as this thought process is continued, I had a thought like this spiritual thinking is not useful for physical survival because we need food, shelter, and other necessities. But my father and spiritual literature is saying that because of bad karma, we have problems. To me, all the professions appears as having good and bad things. In every profession, there is service at the same time selfishness. So I was in confusion. So what should I do for physical body survival? I read few sentences in my primary school text like Manava Sevaye Madhava Seva. That means helping to the doing service to the people is equal to doing service to the God. So this thought was going on in my mind at the age of 4th to 5th class. So I decided that if I become a doctor, I can do more and direct service to people so that I can talk to God to get my answers. Indeed, I was not interested in God or service, but I need answers to my questions. When I said to my family members about my will to study the MBBS, they laughed and discouraged. The same day, I put a sentence to my house wood beam, that is Pattadala unte kaanidiledu, which means if you work hard with strong intention and Trikarna Shuddhi, we can achieve anything in our life. So I used to observe this proverb many times in a day and every day. This became like my internal chanting. In 150 members of my 10th class friends, only 10 to 15 members were passed in the government school. In that, only 3 members were passed in first class. I was one among those 3 people. Though my father and brother had not interested to join in YBC because of my family financial state, my father suggested to do a job for 1400 rupees as a watchman at Singareni Workers Vehicle Shed. So I cried that whole summer vacation to join in YBC and inspired by myself by memorizing again the early primary school proverb, that is Lakshya Sadhanalo Maranichina Parvalelu, which means even death is fine in achieving your goal. At last I joined in MBBS and completed my first year, but still my childhood questions were like as it is. My quest for truth was disturbing me. At this junction, I had ideas like to go to Himalayas or to go to a guru to practice some meditation or any sadhana, which was my childhood fantasy. So in 2002, at the starting of my second year MBBS, I got a pamphlet from Pyramid Spiritual Society in my library, in which few sentences were there about observation of the breath. Then I went into my room and started practicing as given in that pamphlet. Initially, I felt tingling, numbness, heaviness of the body, mild pains at the neck region. Then once comes out from the meditation, everything is fine. After 1 to 2 weeks of meditation practice, I developed awareness in the sleep. Previously, most part of my sleep was unconscious. I don't aware exactly at what point I was going into the sleep. Even just before getting into sleep, I used to observe my breath. Then I felt like I was stepping or traveling into sleep. Then I observed many things which I didn't see or hear or learned in my physical social life from my early childhood. So in that conscious state of sleep, I experienced many things. Because of alert and awareness of my conscious sleep, I noticed the Sukshma Sharira, that means astral body, and experienced many dimensions or lokas or whatever the word or frequencies. With this revelation, I came to know that nobody is dying. I understood that we are basically conscious energy beings experiencing in this physical body. Since then, I have been experienced many paraphysical phenomena or spiritual phenomena. I understood that the root cause for all diseases is in inner subtle bodies. We have Pranamaya Kosha, Sukha Sharira, Karna Sharira, and other light and vibrational bodies too. So treating only physical body is not enough. With that intention, I joined in psychiatry. So I learned body science through MBBS and science of mental illness through psychiatry. by practice of meditation and listening to the experience of other people. That is called Sajjana Sangatya, and reading New Age spiritual books. So since then, I started applying principles of quantum science and Patanjali Yoga and principles of Buddha and mindfulness principles and principles of Bhagavad Gita in my therapeutic approach. Patients are recovering very early and with less duration of course of treatment. The people who require treatment to subside that mental disorder, generally 6 to 9 months, or few people they require even 2 years, 3 years. But when I applied this meditation, yoga, and vegetarian diet and principles of Buddha, when I applied these in the therapeutic approach, the requirement of dose is very less and the duration is very less. So not only for psychiatric disorders, even for all psychosomatic problems, which means all diseases of body are originating in the mind. So I want to share some of the revelations here because we have limited time. We have limited time now. Patri sir always says that silence in the mouth and emptiness in the mind is the meditation. Whenever I had time, I practiced silence from hours to 5 days. My childhood desire fulfilled with senior pyramid master, scientist Nageshwar Rao sir, who took me to 2 times to Himalayas to Mahavatar Babaji caves. I frequently, most of the time, experienced the consciousness of Shiva Master, that is a state of vibration, bliss, and peace, where we cannot see or listen anything, but we feel and identify the consciousness. Sometimes in my astral problems, he helped me a lot. Initially, I didn't believe him. I tested him many times to exclude my psychiatric logicality. Very rarely, he appears as a big blue-colored humanoid form. I felt that Babaji is none other than the consciousness of Shiva Master only. I experienced a book which contains all my past life images, name of the person, and from birth to death. When I come back to the normal physical consciousness, I remembered only few images and names. Sometimes even live mode experiences I observed in the awakened state of my sleep. So many of my past life as a female, male, and different characters I was experienced in 2014. So I experienced the world where all human beings in one dimension, where people are half humanoid and half fish shaped. They are very beautiful beings and they are existing in another dimension where their whole houses and street doors were made up of gold. Here people hugged me and with great respect they gathered around me. In one loka or in one frequency, there are energy beings. They can even fly with their light bodies to any distance. They showed all their world with great love and with great respect. So there are crystal words where all mountains are made up of different diamonds. In one frequency or in dimension, there is beautiful music. This music was coming, which I didn't listen on earth since my childhood. So the nature is with unimaginable beauty in that dimension. There are lokas where beings are technologically more advanced than us. They can even heal any disease in seconds, but they are like big robots with less emotional intelligence. In some frequencies, in some lokas, their vehicles running with thought command. They are running without any driver. Their vehicles are going just with thought. Telepathically they are running. So there are many parallel worlds where we are living simultaneously with this physical body. We have only one soul, but bodies are many in many frequencies with a different life role as experiencing, learning, doing, and teaching at a time. So we are basically soul beings. We have many bodies in many dimensions. We were at a time simultaneously learning and experiencing many things. So a great female deity, one of the female deity, you can call her Prakriti Mata or some other word, was appeared and showed her identity in a vibration form. Once a supreme consciousness intelligent being just touched my astral body, within fraction of seconds, I was in a vast empty of void where nothing exists, everything is shunya at that place, except awareness. I'm watching that person, he also watching into my eyes. I asked him, are you doing meditation? He didn't give any answer. He just touched my shoulder. Within fraction of seconds, I was beyond galaxies. When coming from that empty state to this physical world, so all the galaxies are appeared in different patterns in a mathematical way. They are different patterns. They are not randomized. They have some calculation. So when I awakened on the floor, I was on the bed at that time. So with that experience was very beautiful, very blissful, and I understood that there are many dimensions, many galaxies, and beyond all these galaxies, there is only emptiness. There is nothing. So the visible universe is only just 0.001. The most of the part is only emptiness and void. With all these experiences, I understood that this life is a drama or a play in a single vibration or consciousness. So the consciousness is only one. Within that single consciousness, we are experiencing many variations of these dimensions, lokas, beings, and everything. Everything is, in fact, everything is connected. These are interdynamic states of single moiety, single energy state. If we start living as a awareness being on this earth, the whole phenomena of life is tremendously wonderful. So thank you, dear quantum energy beings. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshmanji. Your experiences was very unique and great to see from where you started your life, how much difficulties, and today where you are. Really inspired all of us. A lot of comments are getting poured. From Ushaji, great experience. Lakshman sir beautifully explained. Whatever questions we generally and got his answers. And Tilaji, really inspiring, sharing by Dr. Lakshman. He should write a book about his astral travel. We'll try to read. Very nice. Lavanya Setuji, Ayyappa sir, can you tell us the experience with Lord Shiva? Yeah, we will definitely do it. Mohiji, thank you for sharing with us experience, sir. Lavanya ji, thank you so much, Dr. Lakshmanji, for sharing your experience. Jayaraman sir, thanks, Dr. Lakshmanji, for a very unique and spiritual experience. Kulnathan sir, thank you, Dr. Lakshman Master, for sharing your meditation experience. Great evolution, transformation, spiritual journey. Thanks for sharing the experience. Very inspiring from Jayaramanji. Wonderful experience, Lakshmanji. Very practical approach from Krishnamurtiji. And Vijay Bhaskar Rao garu, wonderful and beautiful experience. Very nice. Thank you very much, Dr. Lakshmanji, for coming and inspiring us. Your experiences and your life transformations are really inspiring for a lot of us.
Thank you,
from the bottom of our heart, from all of our conscious beings, we thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. Such a great transformation from where to where. So every day we listen to different experiences and we get inspired. Usha Sriji, thank you, Lakshman Master, for sharing your amazing experience. Malti ji, Usha ji, very inspirational speech. Krishna Kumar ji, how to join this meditation, sir? Like, this is a channel. Like, you go to the description, you can subscribe to this channel, and every day you can even WhatsApp to the number which is below. Thank you for the wonderful experiences from Padma ji. Thank you, Master. So tonight again, let us all connect for group meditation, and also tomorrow morning. So use the time properly. These Navaratris are very special, and today it will cleanse all of our Vishudda Chakra. Once again, signing off, your meditation coach Ayyappa Pindi. Thanks to Lakshmanji once again. Thank you all.